Hello, everybody. I hope all of y'all are having a good day today. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you, Joel. You know who you are. Thank you so very much. We love you. Here lately, I just hadn't been feeling it, I've got a few brothers and sisters that I talk to in this little circle of people that you know we discuss things sometimes, and they've kind of been feeling the same thing. I don't know if you guys are kind of feeling what we're feeling too, but it's just lately it just seems like I'm just singing to the choir. It's like it's almost like I feel like I'm not being effective. I was sitting at the fish market the other day. I was sitting waiting on Lynn, and I was just kind of murmuring in my mind. I was like, Lord, it's like you give me these amazing revelations. I'm showing people, and I sound like I'm beating the same drum. It's all about ascension. It's about finding Christ within, that higher consciousness, and that's when you'll find the peace that surpasses all understanding. You'll find love, and that's God has given me so many amazing revelations about where to find that in the Bible, because people are so bound to the Bible. And I heard loud in my spirit, because I was really murmuring hard, and I heard, what are you murmuring for? You are a son of God. You are one of my sons. And I just got covered in goosebumps, and I just felt that washover of love again. And I was like, Father, you're right. How hard is it for me just to, I'll never stop making videos and doing things that you compel me to do. I'll never stop that, no matter what. But at that moment, I felt in my spirit that there is going to be a change come soon. It's going to be something positive, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to step outside of the book and start speaking more of the Logos. I'm praying that's what it is. I felt that in my spirit, like maybe we can get out of the history book for a chance, and for a change, and people can hear and get some fresh, healthy food. Sometimes I kind of feel like that older brother, I guess it was the older brother with the prodigal son, who had always stayed with his father, and he was kind of angry whenever his brother come back after, going out and being a screwball. And I'm not angry in a sense to feed people and to, I'm always there to welcome my brothers and sisters back home. But I guess I've been kind of had a little animosity towards people, because right now it's as if people want McDonald's, they want Burger King, they want fast food instead of a healthy home-cooked meal. I guess that's what I was kind of feeling like the older brother. I came here to the Philippines because Father had told me, he said, I'm going to use you, my vessel. I'm going to use you to show and speak words and show revelations to people over here that's going to break them free from the letter, so that they will seek Christ within. He's like, I'm going to give you stuff nobody's ever heard. And I've been over here sharing that. And the Philippines is a really religious place, but God has opened the hearts and minds of these people to hear it, or most of them anyway, and to understand it. God sent me here for that, to give people new, fresh, healthy food. I know a man that came here. I'm not sure from where in the States he came from, but he traveled 10,000 miles to come here. He said the Lord told him to come here. All right? And there's a town, I don't know, 50 kilometers from here, something like that. And every Friday and Saturday, he's at the fish market in the plaza, preaching out loud. He's got a speaker and a microphone, and he's got this boy there that interprets for him. And he is just, I'd asked him before, I said, when you got called, I said, what are you, wasn't it amazing the way God teaches you? And he said, well, I got on YouTube, And I found, all the pastors and stuff that I really liked, and I listened to them. And so I just kind of copied them. I didn't say it to him, but I was thinking it. So in other words, you didn't get called. You kind of called yourself. You self-chose yourself to come over here. Because everything he preaches, I listen to him. Everything he preaches is the same thing that you can go to any of these churches here in the Philippines, or buildings they call churches. You can hear it in there, and you can go to America and hear it preached in there. There's nothing new. There's nothing fresh. There's nothing healthy about it. It's all the same regurgitated mess. He traveled 10,000 miles to come over here and do that, and said he was called to do it. And I was reminded of the thing that Jesus had told them. He told the Pharisees and the scribes, he says, you'll travel 1,000 miles for a single convert, and you'll make them twice as much a child of hell as you. And that word that they used there for hell is Gehenna. And Gehenna was I think I'm saying it right, was a valley in that area where they took all of their trash and burned it. All right? It wasn't speaking about a literal hell where people go for torment, okay? What Jesus was saying was that you travel 1,000 miles to preach to people, to give them something, and then you make them just as useless or more useless as you. Because what gets thrown in the trash? Something that has absolutely no value. There's nothing good left in it. Throw it away and burn it. And that's what people did in this valley. And it was also where like the bodies of dead animals and stuff were thrown and burned. They kept the fire going 24/7, so you didn't have to smell the stench. Something cool about here in the Philippines is they waste absolutely nothing. All right, an example is with chickens. All right, they'll eat the meat, they'll eat the brain, they'll eat the feet, they'll eat the intestines, the liver, the gizzards, everything. The only thing they don't eat is the feathers, pretty much. They eat the neck. They eat it all. Nothing goes to waste, but what is left goes into the rubbish. Because I can tell you right now, if it gets thrown in the trash over here in the Philippines, there is nothing left of it of any value. And that's the way it was in the time of Jesus as well. So whenever Jesus spoke those words, he was hitting them hard, saying, you're not doing anything. All you're doing is just making useless people just like you, because you're not fruitful. Nothing of value is coming from what you were doing. Another thing here in the Philippines and at the time of Jesus was people did not waste things. You didn't waste things. That was like an ultimate sin. You don't just throw stuff away. And if you remember, when Jesus fed that large crowd of people, and when everybody had gotten their fill, he told his disciples, he said, go around and gather up. Be careful and gather up every tiny little fragment and morsel. Get everything. Don't let anything go to waste. When Jesus spoke those words, he was also like divinely teaching. He was prophesying in a way. Because the word he used there in Greek, or that they used in Greek for gather, also, it's a dual word. It also means to lead, all right? But he said, gather up all those little pieces, because even though those pieces are broken, remember God chooses the broken, the despised things of the world, to shame the strong. He said, you gather up all those, because even though it's broken and stuff, it's still good. It still has something to offer, all right? And there's people all over the world right now that aren't yet, they don't think that they have anything in the world to offer the world. I know I was, before June 13, 2012, the day before I come to know God, I didn't think I had anything to offer this world. I have no value. But God saw that little bit, little morsel inside me, which is him, that was of value. Jesus told his disciples, gather those, lead those, all right? Save those, so they don't get thrown away in the pit, Gehenna, all right? So they don't become just a waste. Because until you know God, your life is a waste. That's why he says the Spirit gives life, the letter kills. When the Spirit gives life, it means that new life, this amazing life that comes only through God's power. It's him living his life through you. And then you're led by this inner light, his voice and dreams and visions, and he will direct you to where you need to go and everything. And it is amazing, and it is such a wonderful, healthy, enriching life. There is nothing wasteful about it because you spend your life as a servant to others, and it is just so fruitful. And you can never boast and say that you did any of it. It's all from Christ, all right? It all comes from him. All right, all those little pieces, all those little fragments out there, and I don't think I'm to the point where I think a lot of people in this world, or the majority of them, are like the Nephilim. They were born here in this world. I don't know how many of us are from somewhere else, and there was those that were cast down into here, and then there was those who volunteered to be cast down into here. But I don't think, I'm almost positive now that the majority of the world this is their home, this is where they're gonna stay, all right? And we've gotta change this place and make this place, we gotta bring the kingdom here. It's here now, it's all around, but we have to make it to where we serve these people and we don't let anything go to waste, all right? We find that goodness in it all and help people here. Anyway, I got somebody pulling up here, but I wanted to share that with you guys. Don't give up. If God is using you, if he's speaking through you, don't give up. Don't think that you're singing to the choir. Hello. Don't think that you're singing to the choir. Don't think that you're beating the same drum. God has a purpose. You're doing something. It is fruitful, okay? Right now, it seems like the world wants fast food. But pretty soon, they're gonna want healthy, fresh food. And we're gonna be there. I pray that it's soon. I love you all. God bless.